Alright, let's see how this works out. So we've got the Sweat Lord right here. We're going to go into the firing range. So they fucked this up around Season 4. They did a whole rework of base health and armor health and did a bunch of damage modifications to make sure that the bots couldn't knock you as easily once your plates were broken. So each of these dummies actually only has 100, which is pre-Season 4. That's in Warfare 3, Season 4. But we're going to go in and turn on 3 plates. So they do have 250 hit points, so the time to kills are a little bit off, but we're going to show you what happens with the Sweat Lord. So this is maximum recoil stability, I believe. Let's check that. Smoothness. So it bounces less visually. Full 60 round mag doesn't tag them. So now here's the curious thing with battle rifles. I don't know if you followed how many shots that was. 8 to the head. 10 to the chest. It's pretty standard for everything but the TAC 56 for damage on the assault rifles. Their max damage range is usually around the 20 meter mark. So battle rifles, this is mine. We don't get to touch it. That's in full auto. 7 rounds of the chest. 5 rounds to the head. Let's see if we can do it with a full magazine. We can do it with a full magazine. We want extra. So BRs in full auto are slightly more aggressive than assault rifles. But now here's the kicker. 7 to the chest on him, 5 to the head on him. Semi-auto. 5 to the chest. So what that winds up looking like when you do it right. Still got 27 rounds in the mag. In comparison with how they think it's zero recoil. No aim assistance, it does still walk and jiggle left to right. The way we can effectively get rid of that is change a handful of things. One being adding recoil stabilization, which handles left to right. And I am going to take off aiming idle stability a little bit here because this thing is severely slow, which we're going to speed it up a little bit more here as well, except for recoil control. And we're going to take away a little bit of damage range for a little bit more recoil smoothness. Which with the anti-armor rounds doesn't really matter too much. You're gaining about 1 meter in damage range from this to this. And that is the maximum damage minimum range. But if you can see here, it is still about 120 milliseconds slower aim down sight than mine. Which at 120 milliseconds, so that's a lot easier to hold. Still jumps around, but we can do it with a full magazine. whereas we're still doing it with half a mag on the BRs. The trigger, the Tech does have an interesting quirk to it when firing in semi-auto. Second shot is higher unless you can get the second click really fast. All these shots are one additional because of the health and damage changes made in Season 4. It is actually 6 to the chest instead of 5 as shown. But 6 to the chest is very inconsequential. As you can see, I fired 6 rounds. Not a lot of time difference between that and 5. Now on to this thing. I would actually do this. Better ADS. So it's still a lot slower. On their heads. Most generally, I tend to prefer this setup because I also can't stand sights. Only a couple of guns where sights actually reduce the visual recoil. The TAC 56, it's slow shooting, not jitteriness. Guys dead. And this helps. Again, 11 to the chest, which in real gameplay is 12 to the chest as opposed to 6.